Hi, everybody. Mr. Labor here with the instructions for today's asynchronous work. Remember, today we are having conferences, so make sure that you are getting to your conference on time and make sure that you're completing your work on time as well. So today, you're going to go over the reconstruction plans. This is basically how to rebuild and how to reconstruct the South, right? That's the purpose of it. Make sure that you take care of the do now. This is just a review from yesterday. Um, and today, the objective is for us to examine how and why presidential and congressional plans for reconstruction differ by analyzing primary and secondary sources. Okay, so so there's the lesson framing. Make sure that you read the lesson framing. It's 2 slides. Um, the agenda for today, here's where we have presidential reconstruction happen first, starting in 1865, and then 2 years later, congressional reconstruction started. Okay, this is important for you to know because they're very different, and they have very different outcomes. Okay. So the first thing you're gonna do is start with presidential reconstruction. Okay, this has to do with the death of Abraham Lincoln. He's assassinated in Force Theater by actor John Wilkes Booth, and President Andrew Johnson becomes the president. He was a Southerner, he was a Democrat, and he was someone in favor of the South. Now you might ask yourself, why did Lincoln choose somebody who was Democratic and a Southerner to be his vice president? The reason why he did that was because he wanted to unify the country. And what better way to do that than by bringing somebody that people in the South knew and to a certain extent respected. Um, please watch this video as you're gonna see how Johnson made the reconstruction about himself and not about the country. He was upset that Southerners pretty much snubbed him, and before the Civil War, and after the Civil War, he makes sure that pretty much people like knew who was in power and people knew what's up. So he ended up making the Civil War about himself and excuse me, the Reconstruction about himself and not about the people. The second document that you're gonna see is this reaction to the presidential reconstruction, which leads to the black codes. The black codes were a system that oppressed African Americans. These were local legislation. So the one that you're seeing on slide number 13 is from Mississippi, and this is a set of rules that basically oppress African Americans. So please read them through, answering the questions on slide 14. You're gonna go in detail over one of the black codes, and after that, you're gonna watch Congressional Reconstruction. This is when 2 years later, in 1867, Congress has to step in and basically fix the problems that Johnson created. So Congress has to come in and create laws that actually protect African Americans because unfortunately Johnson put the same people back in place in the South. So make sure that you understand presidential reconstruction, how Johnson make the reconstruction about himself and not about supporting African Americans, how the decisions that Andrew Johnson made unfortunately led to the black codes, which affected a lot of African Americans, and how presidential reconstruction led to the 14th Amendment, which the 14th Amendment, if you read the 14th Amendment says that anybody born in the United States is a citizen and that states cannot create laws that oppress these people. So the 14th Amendment's goal is to get rid of the black codes, which they successfully did. Once you are done with the slides in Google Classroom, please go to Edulastic. The mastery check is already open for you, so it's set for homerooms 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. It has been set for you. The mastery check will go in the grade book, and the mastery check you're gonna have an opportunity to do it twice. So if you do not do well on the on the first set of the mastery check, please do it a second time. All right. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic weekend.